Hey everyone, welcome. We'll be starting in just a few minutes, so feel free to settle in, grab some water, and get comfy. If you're just joining, we got a super exciting session lined up with Johnsy where she's gonna walk us through how she went from an intern to full time at Cognizant. And if you ever wondered how to make the most of an internship or what exactly leads to a full time offer, trust me, you're in the right place. We'll also be having a Q&A towards the end, so keep your questions ready. You can drop them in the chat anytime. All right, we'll wait for another 2 to 3 minutes for everyone to hop in. Thanks for your patience. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jyotsna, and I'll be your host for this session. Today's session is titled Intern to Full Time My Cognizance Journey, and it's all about how to turn an internship into a full time offer directly from someone who's lived it. Our speaker today is someone who once sat in our shoes, a former intern who is now a full time employee at Cognizant. Please welcome Jansi Navdu, an AU alumna who will be sharing her journey, how she approached her internship, the challenges she faced, what helped her stand out, and how she finally landed the offer. Over to you, Jansi. The stage is all yours.
Yeah, thank you, Joshna. And hi, all. This is Jansi. I recently completed my BTech at AU, and at present, I'm doing as a full time at Cognizant. So, today I'll be sharing you a few insights or as a full time from an intern. So, basically, I got this internship via campus placements. So, we had Cognizant in our campus placements, and so they put a lot of exams like communication test, and then we have aptitude, a technical test, and all. Finally, we had a technical interview. who all qualified this test got selected for the technical interview and then for the HR round and all. So basically, after getting the offer, they said whoever would successfully complete the internship will be given a full-time offer, or else their offer would be revoked. This is what we are informed with. So we had our internship. So basically, we had three types of clusters. One is Java, another one is Python, and the third one is C hash. So based upon the cluster that we get, we had exams like questions and all based upon the cluster. And later on, the internship was also included based on the cluster itself. So since my cluster is Python, I was given with Power BI, that is artificial analytics domain. So in that, more specialization was about Power BI and all. So getting into the internship and all, basically to clear the interviews and all, the skills that I required or which are helpful for me are concepts of OS, that is operating system, and knowledge about DBMS, and then concepts about OOPS. So these three topics are general for any kind of interview, like for any company. Later on, whatever topics or whatever the subjects that you have to focus on depends upon the ratio that you had. Like few people may be focusing on full stack, few people may be focusing on data science or data analytics side, few people on the artificial intelligence. So based upon the domain and the stream that you are interested into, you have to prepare for the respective subjects. Like if you want to come to the analyst side, that is data analytics and all, then you have to focus on data warehousing, SQL, DBMS, such concepts and all. If you're towards artificial intelligence or machine learning or something, as usual, you have to go with machine learning subjects, deep learning and all. So if you're towards full stack, then you have to learn about different frameworks, React, HTML, CSS, JavaScript and all. So it all depends upon your ratio. So since my resume focused on web development and all, I had basic questions about SQL and the projects that I mentioned in my resume. So they asked me what are the challenges that I faced during building that project, and what else, like if it was a team project, what was my role and how did I overcome all my problems and all. And later on, they even asked me to write codes in Python for whatever questions they asked. So my interview went well. I got an offer and I got placed into Cognizant. So inside that, in the internship, since mine is towards the analytics side, we were focused on SQL, data warehouse topics and all. And later on, we had many internal tests. Apart from that, we have to clear another two interviews in the internship. Unless and until we get a green in both the interviews, we are not qualified for the full time. So the first interview was all about SQL, DBMS, data warehousing concepts, and the final interview was on Power BI. Those are like what all technologies that they taught us in the internship. So I would say key points for clearing the interview or to clear any kind of interview, not only this internship, but for any kind of interview is you need to have technical skills, but at the same time, you need to have the confidence to give the answer. Like I've seen people where they know, like they had a lot of knowledge, but they don't have the confidence to answer in front of a recruiter. Like they start being nervous when they see a recruiter, or they start becoming tensed whenever the recruiter start posting questions and all. So I would say whatever may be the answer, first listen to the question calmly, and then if you know the answer, it's well and good, answer them. If you don't know the answer, but you will be knowing something related around to that topic, just let that answer out. It may be right or wrong. Be confident about the answer that you are giving, because sometimes not all recruiters are friendly. Few people, they comfort the persons who come for the interview, and then they start asking questions. But few recruiters are not like that. They just directly start asking questions, and though we answer it right, they start confusing us just to see whether we are confident enough or we are just throwing a stone in the air. So to check like that, they would be confusing. So whenever you answer a question, be confident of whatever answer that you are giving, and then Later on, if it is wrong, that's fine. They will let you know that this is wrong, you have to check. If it is right, then that's well and good. And another point that I would like to mention is uh, whenever you go for any company interview, or if you're having some company's exam during your placements or something, first thing is go through the job description first. Get to know what is the role about. Prepare to that company's exam accordingly, because there are companies like Accenture, TCS, and all, where they will be mentioning the syllabus. Like whenever they had an aptitude test or something, they will not give all the topics for exam. They will mention few specific topics wherein they will be asking questions only from them. So go through the job description, go through the syllabus that they give, check for all the topics, prepare accordingly, and then give an attempt to the exams and all. And once you're like through the exams and all, and you get qualified for the interview, first thing is be confident enough. Before going to the interview, just know about the company, like where are the headquarters of that company located, and when is the company established, who is the present CEO of that company, and what are the major achievements of that company. So these are the basic things that we need to know. So before you attend any company's interview, get to know about the basic details of the company. And technical interview is all, like, I will not say it's completely in our hands, because luck is also a part that plays. So you give your best, and rest of the thing will happen by itself. And when it comes to HR round, most of the people will think that, okay, I cleared technical interview, so HR will be cleared. It's very easy, that's fine, so I'll clear this interview and all. But no, 90% of the people get rejected at the HR round, because they don't ask you questions. Like they just they'll ask you about what do you know about the company and why do you want to join. That's it. These are the basic questions that they ask. But the way that you give your body language and the answer that you give, like it plays a major role for you, whether you'll be entering into the company or you'll be rejected. So basically, they'll be asking questions like, why should we hire you? Second thing is, why do you want to work in our company only? And then few HRs may ask situation based questions. For example, we can say, suppose you are into a project and your manager is on leave, and you have to update them something important. In what ways or in which means do you communicate with them? So some situation based questions. Or they would ask, you're given with an offer, or like you got some else offer which is having a higher package than this. Would you go to that company, or would you stay back? So for such questions, you need to answer in a smart way. So I'll not say, suppose you're getting a company with a good offer, and you will not say that I'll stay back, I'll leave that offer, right? So that is something, like it's not a genuine answer, and for sure they will reject you. So in such cases, you can answer it like, it's not about the package, but I will check how my growth in the company will be, like how can I grow. So whichever company supports my growth well, I will join in that company, putting my salary aside. So this can be an ideal answer. Because being a fresher, you should not focus on how much salary are you getting in your initial years. Till 2 to 3 years, you have to focus on the experience that you gain in the company, like how to have a business communication, or how to behave in the corporate world, or how to handle a project, how to handle different situations and all. So you need to gain experience. And once you have an experience of at least 2 to 3 years, then you can start focusing on your package. I'm not saying that you people have to settle for a low package, but try, like keep on trying. If you get a good package, that's well and good in the start itself. But though you didn't get a good package, you got settled at some low package, don't feel disappointed. uh, like package is not the thing that you have to focus on in your initial days of your career. You need to focus on the experience that you gain, and in which company you're working in, and the environment that you work in. So my sincere suggestion to each and everyone, before you start applying for your campus placements or something, is whenever there is a campus, like there's a company that is offering you a job, first start searching about that company, like about the company's projects, about the company reviews and all. If the company is good, then go ahead. If the company is not good, then just take a break, like take hold and search for another company, because uh, there are many companies, like they say that we would be offering this much, and once you are into that, the complete scene is different, because they say they'll offer you some 7 lp or something, but once you are into it, they might offer you only 5, saying that if you work 2 to 3 years in a company, then we would trust you and give you a 7 lpa. So this happens. No one will be revealing this, but we are telling you. So, like, first know about the company, get to know whether the company is good or not, different reviews, and what are the projects that it is handling, what are the recent achievements of that company. Get to know about that company and decide whether that company is good or not. If it is good, then go ahead, or else no. And few people will be like, this company is offering me a less package, so I will not apply for this. No, never do that. See, it may be offering low, but the exams that that company is conducting, or whatever interviews that you're attending, will be a practice. Though you did not get that company, but the interviews or the exams that you attended for that can be a practice for the next company. So whether the package is less or more, put package aside, start applying for each and every company which is good, and start attending the exams, and never stop yourself uh, if you get some company with a good package, because all of a sudden they may like postpone the onboarding, or they may say, as of now we don't have any business requirements, so it may take time." So having at least 2 to 3 companies in your hand is a safer side for you, because if one company is onboarding you late, you can have other companies in your hand where you can go immediately and join. So never stop with one company. If you get a good package, still keep trying. And general instructions are done when it comes to technical. Basic concepts or basic subjects that you have to go through as OS, DBMS, and OOPS concepts that I said, and the rest on are depends upon your resume. And when it comes to resume, focus on the projects that you mention in your resume, because recruiters start asking you questions like whenever you submit your resume, they focus only on the projects parts of your resume. So they will ask you whether this is a group project, or have you done this singly, and what are the problems that you face, or can you explain something unique in your project, any part of the code, and what are the technologies that you use. They can ask any kind of question. So whatever projects that you mention in the resume, be sure that you are able to explain about it, you're well aware of it, and what kind of question, whatever the question that they ask, you should be able to answer. So only such kind of projects place in your resume. And if there are any third years, I would suggest you to start doing internships, because now from the placement cell, you would be getting some placement offer from Goldman Sachs or Cisco or JP Morgan or something. Start applying for it. I will not say that is easy. I know it is tough, but still start applying it. Start attempting those exams. You will get some experience by the time you come to the campus placements era. And then fourth years, whoever are present in this meeting, I would only suggest you, now don't start learning any new technology. No, I've seen people where they start learning new technologies like when they are very near to their campus placements. Don't do that. Whatever you have learned till now, brush up on those technologies, brush up on those topics, be thorough with them, and whatever you mention in your resume, make sure that you know each and every part of your resume, because sometimes they just see your resume and they ask what is the objective that you mentioned in your resume. That is a very, like, we will not expect that they will ask such a question, but yes, there are chances. And we had experiences where recruiters asked us what is the objective that you mentioned in your resume. So don't copy your resume from anyone, but still, if you do so, go through your resume point by point, pin by pin, get to know each and everything. So whatever they ask, you should be able to answer. And That's all. When it comes to tests and all, for any company, they will be having aptitude test as their initial screening test and all. So for that, few companies would say aptitude. That's it. They will not give any topics, but companies like Accenture, TCS, and all will mention topics, specific aptitude concepts. So prepare them, and then you can use websites like India Wix and all to prepare for your aptitude. And so yeah, I'm done with all the general tips and all. If you have any questions for me, you can just post it in the text, or you can unmute yourself and ask. I'm ready to answer. Joshna, you're on mute.
Yeah, I kind of do have a few list of questions ready, so we can proceed with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So the first question is, how many DSA questions did you actually solve during your prep, and how important is actually following DSA?
Yes, I thought of mentioning about this. So, DSA is like I didn't concentrate much on DSA because there are two types of companies in the market. One is product based, and the other one is the service based. So, if you are trying to just a minute. So sorry for the disturbance. So if you want to go towards the product-based companies, then you have to know DSA concepts in depth. That is, you have to know about heat, trees, and all. So if you want to go towards the service-based companies, then DSA is not a big deal because DSA is not a part of service-based companies. You just have to know about the basics like at least you have to be able to explain it theoretically. So since I am towards the service based companies, I didn't solve any DSA questions, but yes, I'm perfect with the theory part. Yes, I can explain anything theory wise, but I didn't solve any questions. So if you wish to go towards the product based companies and all, then yes, you have to solve DSA questions. First, start doing and like start practicing your coding skills and all in HackerRank, because there you will have easy questions where you can gain confidence, and then start shifting to lead code where you will be having a bit tougher questions so that your coding skills will increase. And the other thing is, when you read a question in lead code, you will not understand in the first go itself. I bet you that you will not understand. So read it 2 to 3 times. First, understand the question and then try to answer. If still you're not getting the answer, go check the solution, but don't copy the solution. Understand the solution, close the solution, and again try coding it on yourself. Then your skills will increase. So, in the very first go, please don't open lead code because you will surely fall short of confidence because you will not understand the questions. First, start coding in HackerRank or in Hacker Earth and all, and then go for lead code. Yes.
Okay, that was cool. And another question: what was one mistake that you made during your interview prep that you would actually suggest somebody else not to?
Yes. I would say like feeling depressed. Like uh, I dreamt of doing my job in PwC because I completed a launchpad program with them, and I was like, okay, I can crack it, I can go. So I was confident enough and I attended the interview. So I gave my best there. The recruiter asked me questions like, he asked me a simple question, I will tell you. The question is, if you want to tag an external CSS to the HTML file, where would you link it? This is the question that he asked. And I said, in the head section using the link tag. And he said, are you sure about your answer? I said, of course. And he was like, no, your answer is wrong. According to the new web forms, it must be linked after the closing of HTML tag. So I was like, I said, Sir, no, once we close the HTML tag, it means that the program is ended and the parser will not read anything after that. So though we link it, it's of no use. But he said, no, what you answered is wrong, and he rejected me. I cried a lot. Like I was almost for 1 or 2 weeks, I didn't concentrate on any preparation. I was like, okay, I'm not fit for anything. I'm not good at anything. So I was into a depression or something, and I didn't prepare well. And so later on, I understood that that year that company doesn't have a requirement much, so they are searching ways to reject people. So basically, PwC comes as on campus, but this year he took full campus. Like 2 to 3 colleges would be combined, and out of which they would take people as combined. So if you are rejected for one interview, don't feel depressed or don't think that you are not fit for anything. No, one interview will not decide your future. So if you are like if you are not qualified for one interview, okay, learn the mistakes that you did in that and rectify it for the next one. You will have multiple number of chances, multiple number of companies coming for the placements. So never feel depressed about that. And the other thing is, never show them that you're overconfident. This also has happened where recruiter asked me how much would you rate your skills in HTML or CSS, and I said 8 to 9. And he said, oh, so you're so confident enough? And he asked me this question, and I said this, and he said, this is wrong. So, um, like, though you're perfect in any skill, like if you know 100%, even then, never rate yourself as 10 or 9. No, because recruiters feel that we are overconfident, and never show them that you are not skilled enough, or never show them that you're overskilled. Look confident, that's it. This is what I can say. So you can range it between 7 or something. If they ask why only 7, you say that I don't know where do I stand. You just evaluate me, say them in a polite way, or else like see, if you rank high, they would say, oh, so you're very good. If you rank yourself low, they would say, you're not confident enough, what should I ask you? So all type of questions will be coming from their end, whatever may be. You stand confident, stay normal, and say that, sir, this is what I feel. I can't evaluate myself. Say them in a polite way. That's it.
Okay, that was it turned pretty chaotic quite fast. That experience of yours. Yeah. So another question I have for you is one platform that you would suggest for people to prepare for questions for service-based companies, especially aptitude.
For aptitude, I would say IndiaBix because I've seen questions repeating from it. So you can start practicing your aptitude in IndiaBix website. I'll not say like rely only on that website. First, go through it because there you will be have for each and every topic you will be having important points or tricks or some formulas for that specific topic at the start. Go through all those formulas, go through all those tricks, and then start solving the questions. You will feel better, like you'll feel confident enough. And when it comes to aptitude, it's not that like did you solve that question or not? No. How many questions you're solving in 1 minute of time? So it depends, like it is about your accuracy and your speed of how much time do you take to solve that question. So never take the longer path to solve the question. There will be small tricks where you can use them and solve the question just within 10 seconds. So get to know those tricks and then use it for your aptitude. And I would say just practice for a half an hour or 45 minutes a day. That's enough. We don't need to focus that much on aptitude. Like if you have your campus placements in a month or so, start preparing like just 1 month before to it. Every day, don't give a gap. You should have that continuous cycle for half an hour or 45 minutes. That's it.
And then just one last question. If you had just 1 month to prepare for a big tech interview, how would you plan it?
Uh, so if you're done with all the exams and you're preparing for the interview, then I would say, as I already said, first go through the job description. Like, what is the job role about? Is it towards the data analyst side or towards the machine learning side or the job is about which side, which domain. First, focus on that, and then plan your days accordingly to revise each and every important subject or important concept for that job role. Suppose if it is about data analytics, then plan your days like first focus on SQL, like all the queries. If they are, we will be having few concepts like limit, offset, and all. So whatever question, even the minutest question, if they try to ask you from that concept, you should be able to answer. So start preparing like that. I would suggest websites like Geeks for Geeks and Javati Point for this. And if you have Prepinsta, even that is good. Prepinsta also helps you, like it gives you preparation according to the company. So if it is for Cognizant, they have Cognizant based questions and all. If it is for Accenture based questions. So if you have Prepinsta, that's well and good. Though if you don't have, yes, I don't have that account. I prepared it via Geeks for Geeks, Javati Point and all. And W3 Schools is also good. These three websites are good for preparing. And after that, go through data warehousing concepts where like how to clean the data, how do you get the data and all. And then any tool that is used to analyze this data can be Tabular, can be Power BI, or can be anything. So focus on only one thing. Like instead of having 10 skills in your resume, it is better to have two or three skills with good knowledge. So this is what I suggest. So go through the job description, get to know what all concepts comes under that job description, and plan your days accordingly. That's it.
Okay, and this question is from like the second years. So, if you want to intern at a service-based company in third year, what exactly do you need to have on your resume? More projects or something of that sort? Something that makes you stand out from the rest of the crowd.
Yes, so if you want to stand out in that, see, basically, they will not, like, since we being the freshers, they will not focus that much on your resume. Like, yes, of course, they will go through your resume, and projects is the main thing that they will focus on. So, project is the only thing that makes you unique from others. Try putting some projects which has weight, like suppose I had projects like developing a website using Python with Django, like that. So, which has some weight. It's not that you create some simple calculator using Python or Java and you put it as a project and you say, this is my project. No. Don't copy projects from YouTube and all. Of course, like I don't say we have to code it from scratch. No one can do that. But start searching for projects which had some weight, some value, not at least the complete project, but at least 75% of the project must be useful, like something different, not the simple projects and all. And the other thing I would say is, apart from projects, once your resume is done, they will start assessing you through your communication skills, how confident you are, how are you answering it. And yes, whenever you attend an interview, if you don't know any answer, don't feel tense. Just say them that I don't know about this. I will get to know in a polite way. That's it. Don't tell them too many times. Sorry, I don't know. I don't know. Don't feel nervous. Don't show that in your body language. Like start moving your legs or biting your nails or something. Don't show that nervousness on your face. Though you don't know the answer, stay the same confidence. Like put that confidence in your face. Stay the same way and say that okay, I don't know. I will get to know it. That's it. Never say them sorry, sorry, sorry for many times, or don't over smile. Just have a small smile on your face and stay cool. That's it.
Okay, I'm sure a lot of us picked up valuable takeaways from this session. Does anybody from the audience have questions? Y'all can definitely unmute yourselves or text in the chat.
Yeah, I've seen some companies asking questions related to programming and written test instead of aptitude. Does some companies conduct written tests this way? Yes, they do. Like there are companies where see depends completely on the company. I would say Schneider Electric is a company which offers 12 LPA, so it will not ask you for any aptitude questions or some technical questions. They will put some games and we have to play that game, and whoever plays that game well is shortlisted for the interview. So it depends on the company how they shortlist you or scrutinize you to the interview. The cognizant as well. We had communication test, we had aptitude, we had technical exam, and we also have this gaming section in cognizant as well. So there in like what do they assess with this games is like your logical thinking, how fast you are at making decisions, like what how do you make your decisions. So they start assessing you through this game. So if the Snyder Electric will surely come, like in our time they said they don't have any requirement for CSE, so none of us got selected for Snyder Electric. But if Snyder Electric comes and if they have requirement in CSE as well, don't leave that company. That is very good. It will put only games, you have to play that games well. And once if you are shortlisted, interview will also be good. It's not that tough. They'll ask you simple questions like write a code for prime numbers or write a code for Armstrong number, like this basic codes. So don't leave such companies. And I thought of saying you something else also. Just a minute, I forgot. Hmm. Yes, that's it. I don't remember, but if I get to, I'll surely intimate you. So it all depends upon the company. That's it.
That is really great.
You're
I just want
welcome,
to take
Nitisha.
I just want to take a moment to genuinely thank you on behalf of all of us here. Before this wraps up, does anybody have any other questions? Please feel free to text. Thank you for sharing your journey so openly and not just the highlights, but like the doubts and learnings and mindset shift. I mean, it means a lot to hear from somebody who's actually been there. And of course, huge congratulations, like from changing from intern to full time role.
Thank you.
I wishing you nothing but the best as you grow in your career. And if you people don't have any other questions, that brings us to the end of the session. Huge thank you again to Jansi for taking the time to speak with us and everyone here for joining in. And stay tuned to EduMoon for more such videos. You'll be having more sessions on this, more key speakers too. And we hope you're leaving this meet a little more informed and a lot more inspired. And until next time, this is Jyotsna, your host, signing off. Stay curious and stay ambitious. Peace out. You can end the meet. Thank you.
Thank you, Joshna, for taking an initiative to share. Like, I've been thinking of sharing my experience with my juniors so that they will get something useful from this and they can prepare for the placements. And you have created a platform, a place where I can share. Thank you so much. And yes, if you have any doubts, most of my juniors will be having my number. You can reach out to me. I will be answering your questions at any time. So feel free to ask anything. I will share if something that I know. Thank you.
That is so kind of you. Thank you so much, Jansi.
Thank you, Akka.
Thank you everyone for joining the meet. Hope you had fun and learned something today.